We rolling. Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while, but trying to be more consistent this upcoming year. So today I just want to talk about 5 different things that I think are the most important to focus on as you start becoming a photographer. And this is any type of photographer, whether you want to be an iPhone photographer or a full-blown professional. I think if you're starting from square one, these are the steps that I would take. So let's dive right into it. Number 1, learn and master your skill set. There are a ton of people who want to dive straight into gear, who want to get straight into all the things that are gonna come a lot further down the road. But if you're not good with the camera, none of that matters. I would start by learning composition, learn lighting, learn the exposure triangle. And you don't need expensive gear to get started. Your phone is a fantastic camera. It does everything that you need to do to learn the basics of photography. You can compose a shot just fine. You can control the lighting. You can learn the exposure triangle. Although you might need some more pro apps to do those things, spending $10 on an app is a lot better than spending $2,000 on a camera and you don't know how to use it. Sort of piggybacking off that first one, let's get into number 2, which is start with what you have. The number of times that I've seen people say, oh, I'm interested in getting a camera. I want to take photos at a birthday party, but I need a camera. No, you don't. You have what you need right in your pocket. Cameras are just tools. So for example, this is the Canon 77D. Looks fancy, there's a grip on it. This is a $400 camera. This is my first camera body. It does not take a lot to get started. I had this and a $50 Nifty 50. This is the Sony version, but the Canon version of this. And that was all I had. I reached out to some friends. I reached out to some people I knew and asked them if I could take their photo. And that's how I started photography. I didn't spend $6,000 to start. I didn't have this fancy gear, 13 different lenses and multiple camera bodies. I have this stuff now because I was able to grow into that and get to that point, but this is what I started with. And that takes us to number 3. You have to become a people person. Photography is an extremely intimate art form. I think more so than any other art form. People are allowing you into their spaces and you're capturing them in ways that they haven't been captured before. And they depend on you to go through all of the photos and choose the best ones and display them in the best way. And it's a very, very intimate process. So you have to learn how to get people to trust in you, to believe in you, to deliver on what you say. And those are all people skills. None of that is directly related to how good of a photo you can take or what gear you have. Sure, some of those things can play a part, especially as you get into more professional setups and more professional experiences. But starting out, you book your first few clients based off trust. You don't have the portfolio to back you up. All you have is your charisma. All you have is your passion. Learning how to become a better customer service person and a better person in general will take you a very long way when it comes to becoming a pro photographer. So number 4, never stop learning. Even today, I still watch YouTube videos about photography every single day. I'm always, figuring out a new technique or a new way to compose a shot, a new set of skills, a new camera might have just come out and has a new feature. I'm always learning about all those things because I'm passionate about it. And when you're passionate about something, you have to continue to grow with that passion. Photography has come a long way since film, since the DSLR age, since last year. Photography and video has excelled rapidly, and you have to stay relevant with the technology and the information that's coming out if you want to stay relevant as a photographer. What I would recommend is find your favorite YouTuber, find your favorite photographer, find your favorite creator, cinematographer, whatever, director. Follow them, study them, learn what they know. Most of them have YouTube channels and TikToks and all types of social media for a reason. They want to engage with you. They want to share their passion just as much as you want to learn their passion. And it's extremely important for you to commit the time, commit potentially the money. It's usually not a lot of money. Some creators charge $10 for you to take a day in the life with them, and that $10 can make you thousands or tens of thousands in the long run. Beyond learning the basics, learn what style you like. Maybe you like the certain way photographers' photos come out. Reverse engineer that. Figure out the why in photography, and you'll only do that by continuing to learn, continuing to evolve. So number 5, shoot, 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 and shoot some more. You will not get better if you do not practice. So I'm a college student right now, right? A lot of you, probably all of you, have been in school before. So you know that watching a lecture or sitting and looking at a whiteboard will not help you master a skill. There's been tons of classes where you just go to class and you sort of just chill, watch the lecture that day, and then you get to the test and you just don't know what you're doing. And that's because you didn't practice. Until you can sit in front of a camera and recreate and reverse engineer someone else's work or create your own style of work, you haven't become proficient at photography yet.
What's up, y'all? I decided to throw in a bonus tip. I was doing some thinking, and one of the things that I wish I knew most when I was first starting off is you won't be good when you start, and that's okay. I think whenever we start something, we learn so much information at once, and we feel like we should be able to put all of that to use immediately, but my first pictures look nothing like my last pictures. And my last pictures will look nothing like the next pictures I take. And that's because you grow over time. It takes time. And I think that's something that a lot of beginners don't understand. So what happens is you go out and you get some good gear, and then you learn all these skills, and you reach out to all these people, and you take what aren't gonna be your best photos. And then you get bogged down and you get sort of into that creative slump where you no longer want to pursue that anymore. And that's something that I don't want to happen to you all, because it definitely happened to me. Although I did have a support system around me to sort of get me out of that, not everyone does. So we end up putting ourselves in a position in which we've invested time, we've invested money, and the only thing that's not truly invested is our hearts, right? And it's extremely important to have your heart invested in something that you're passionate about. I always say, if someone's passionate about something, they're willing to spend their time, they're willing to spend their money. And what happened is we all start off extremely passionate about it, but as soon as something gets tough, we want to tell ourselves that we were never meant to be good at it in the first place, or we were never supposed to get as good as we were. I think especially as a person of color, a creative of color, that mindset sort of keeps us from being in so many creative spaces and roles that we absolutely need to be in. We're at a good point now because we have a lot more black creators, and I'm not talking just black creators, I'm talking black bona fide professionals like Jordan Peele's of the world, the MKBHDs of the world, the Manny Ortiz's of the world. Like, those people have really laid the foundation and set the bar for what it means to be a creator, period. And they just happen to be people that look like us. Yeah, I just wish everyone's success in this space, because I know that it's so difficult to break into this barrier. And with anything creative, it's so easy to just drop it, because there's always something that feels like it's more important than your creative side. But humans are creative. It's like an inherent feature of being a human being, and I want us all to embrace that in whatever way we see fit. I hope y'all have enjoyed the video. If you have, please drop a like, subscribe, maybe turn on the notifications. I haven't decided on a consistent upload schedule yet, so I can't promise y'all anything, but soon soon is about as much as I can promise y'all right now. See y'all in the next video. Peace.